It's long time, no man. No long time, no chat. And it's kind of where have you been? Man, it's 1 year since I came back to Kenya. You know, it's 1 year since I came over. Like, what's up? Yeah. So it's long time, man. We know chat. And I decided like, let's talk. If you have if you have any question, man, let me know now because I'm here to answer some questions and just to have talks. You understand? So the common question people always ask me, it's the war in Russia, is it still going on? And what happened? Why did you come back home? Man, Kenya is my country, and I really love my country, and I missed my country. You understand? There is, life in abroad and life in your country, they're totally different. You understand? I was born in Kenya, and here it's totally cool. Like, only there's no money, but you have to look for money. You have to hustle. You have to do everything. You have to do whatever you can to get that money. You understand? But another thing is there's a big challenge when it comes to living in Kenya, and also that I've been used to this kind of life. Have been used to this life, and I thought like, man, starting over, it was like starting over again. You understand? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Actually, you can work in Russia and you can get a work permit in Russia. You understand? So when you are planning to visit Russia, like internet, okay, so you can come, and it will take you some time to adapt in Russia unless you found you've actually found a company or the job. Then you go there directly, knowing that you have a job, you understand, and you know exactly where you are going to. But the moment you are leaving a place where you are, your country, and yeah, you simply don't like you don't know anything, and it's always challenging, and you have to go through a lot of things and process, and also to acclimatize the place. You learn language. So I always advise someone that take something that will keep you long. You understand? And also being in Russia at this particular moment, you know what happened in Russia. If you go in Russia and there you are caught, you have no work, you have no proper documents to stay in Russia, that will be a crime, and you'll stand a high chance of being deported. So that's the reason why I always ask someone, okay, spend money, get to a language school. You can continue learning the language, you live there legally, and as you continue to pursue things that you want. Like if you want to work, you want to get a work permit. First of all, go there as a student, find the visa, have a registration, because all these things are required when you're applying for a work permit. So they will know where you're staying, because you must have a registration registered, and the university can give you that. And there are so many universities, and their rate are always low. They are just low. Like in a year you pay around 120,000 rubles. That's so cheap. You understand? So you can go to universities like in Rostov, Krasnodar, or you can go to the northern part of Russia. There, everything is cheap because they pay even up to 70,000, 75,000. That's tuition fee, you understand, for a language school. So spend time within a period of 9, like your yeah, so that's what you can do. And it's always smooth transition. You understand? You'll find that when you have the documents, mostly you can get good jobs. And I always tell people like Go to the site hh.ru. Check the jobs that can fit you there according to your qualification or your or the experience you have. Check those sites. You can get even job before going to Russia, and it's easy. So this is what I always tell people. It's something not something. This is not a difficult thing, but you have to spend some money. You understand? So I always try to do this thing. Some people I try to do them for free, but they make the process too difficult. You understand? You don't even understand why they if they really need it. So it's as if you're doing something for free. And imagine at the moment I'm not in Moscow. So I have to contact my friend to do everything for you. Do you expect me to pay this guy? So if and if you're not serious, maybe the guy will help you because of me. But people have abused that chance, that opportunity. So if you are really serious, you really want to get something, then you have to spend money. Just spend money, because you know at the end of the day you will have achieved something. That's why spend money. Just spend money. You understand? When I came back to Kenya and my I had to remove some of my teeth. You see, I removed them. Boom, 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 boom. Like I removed them. Three. It was painful, but pain is the most interesting thing. Pain is the most interesting. Pain is good. I love. That's why you have to go. The moment you'll be feeling comfortable, like I just come from Kenya, and I take a plane and I go to any city and I start living. It's easy. I don't feel anything because the pain you went through, what things that you did, or the strategy, the time you took to understand a situation, to understand a place was the most important thing. So that's why you get a job easily. And most of people who want to do things with construction jobs. Imagine if you are good at interior design, then you go to Moscow, you get a good money. You understand? They just be looking for you. And I want to advise you too. If you want intend to go to any country outside your home, bro, don't go there without a skill. You understand? It was just a moment I finished school. I had nothing in mind, and I was like, maybe what can I do? I went in. I went out. I learned skills, and those skills helped me to survive. Even, even, even what I studied, I've never practiced, but the skills I learned outside helped me a lot. But why is that I went there with a skill already, a skilled person? Then it would have been a smooth transition. Like you do something you have experience in, and it's something that you can really fix. It's different. Like when you motu ya mkono, you are a person who is being used. You understand? So that's not something, or that's not something to brag about. But the most important thing that I really advise is that go out there when you have kind of a skill. With a skill, you can really survive. It's easier. If I told you that you are where in which are you, then I connect you to a person, then find this person, and this person will find you, will connect to another person, and connect to another person. Then you can get something. And in the process, as you know more people, then you find that you become more independent, because you find that you can do most of the things by yourself. And it's not that easy, but it's easy again. So if you have any question, it's easy to ask. Just ask, then I will help you understand, because I live in this place. Buy shoes, buy good shoes. If you go there, you put them on. In summer it's always hot. That's how it looks like hot. But Africa is too hot. But hot, so everything is hot. You go to the street, hot. You go to the sea, hot. Like you walk in the parks, you see hot things. So it's always like hot, 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 hot. So it's something that you think I'm joking, but it's serious. So and also now like things have been made easier. You understand? In Russia, you can simply get the resident permit, and it's easier to get resident permit. And after getting a resident permit, you can get work permit. No, you get even work. You get also work permit. and in the process you apply for citizenship. So they've made the transition, they've made the transition so easy. You understand? I left when everything started working. Just imagine, just that year I left. The following year, things changed, and now if I go back, then I just apply for resident permit. Now I don't need to look for someone knows where you live, so I don't need to carry my resident permit, or like you call like my address where I live. How do we call it? Okay, this small paper, it shows where you live. You understand? Then um it's either now you can also get an apartment, because one of the most another challenging part is getting an apartment where to live. And yeah, so that's the most important, the most interesting part. So you have to get the apartment, and getting apartment can also be challenging. But the reason why I tell you, if you join a school, then they'll provide you a place to live, and that place is always is cheap. You understand? So the moment you learn language is also important, because language will help you. It will help you to communicate, because most Russian, they don't speak English, and the people you will be dealing with, they are adults, not this young generation. This young generation, they are still exploring new things, and the only person who can connect you is these old generations, and this old generation, they only, most of them understand Russian language. So the most important thing is you find a Russian school, Russian language school, the exact one. You're gonna go to a university, it's cheaper. Understand? So in the process, you can be working, exploring things, you have time, you have the and you can process everything. At the end of your semester, you know the Russian language, and you also know how to maneuver around. So that's the most important thing. But I tell you, bro, life in Russia, I think it is changed. It changed long time, but it's always cool that you try this out. Then if you go there, don't sit around. Just try to explore many things. Don't sleep at home. It's boring. Life sometimes gets boring, because in my home, in Kenya, in my country, in Africa, everything is moving. Everything's at motion. But sometimes you find that the weather there is so crazy that you feel like, oh bro, I don't want to do anything. You have rent to pay, you have you have food to buy, you have clothes to buy, you have a lot of things to pay for. Even if you have a work permit, you have to renew it. That's another money. You understand? And so that one is cool. But I want to tell you, life in Kenya is something else. I get to eat fresh food. You understand? Fish, like eating the omena, is something amazing. You understand? I've been just eating Burger King. You go to Burger King, and you go to KFC. You find it's kind of boring food. You understand? So I felt crazy, but in the process, I found it so good. You understand? So if you have a question, then let me know, because I'm here today to answer any kind of question. Okay. I'm here today to answer any kind of question. So it's something important, cool, but life is. I think like friends have really done something great for me, in my life, because because they changed my perspective, how I see life, how I try to do things. And mostly you find that these are different people from different backgrounds, cultures, and how they communicate. They will, like, people are brought in different places, and this one will really change your mentality. And You can't just go out and meet someone and start talking bad about them. You understand? You find the culture created by these people. It's what makes life valuable. You understand? The culture created by this. Like, I remember I experienced my first Ramadan in mosque in Krasnodar. And imagine I was staying with my, so I told him, what should I do? And during the Ramadan, it was like the best experience I had because my friends, one of my friend was from Somalia, and another one was from Iraq. Bro, I enjoyed the peaceful atmosphere I had with my friends, and I told them that if life has to give you friends, then let those friends be your brothers. And they're not sure only be your friends, but they're brothers too. So the Ramadan was amazing. I never experienced this before. Ramadan was amazing because first I met, I used to eat at at in the midnight. Like the first time when they break, we eat together. They told me you have not to cook. So to honor them, to honor their, I didn't used to cook, even eat something inside the house until they break their fasting. So we had to break, and the breaking was amazing because you eat, you don't know where food is from, and that time it was really time when I was experiencing the hardest part of my life when I was living in a foreign country. So I experienced it. The experience was really tough. You understand? It was tough, and I had to fast too. And the fasting helped me because I became strong. And I told my friends, bro, when God gives you friends, let those friends not be only friends, but let them be, they're your brothers. And I had brothers. Like, I lived as if I had nothing to worry about because I had friends. The friends who call me brother, hey, you're my brother, you're my bro. If you lack something, then don't listen, like don't just keep quiet. So you don't keep quiet, you have to live with people. So this one taught me how to live with people, how to create an environment. Like, you help a brother because you don't know who the brother will help or who how life will be tomorrow. So the influence you give to a brother, the same thing will pass to another one. Like, you just say, how can I pay you? You can't pay someone for the good they have done to you. So the best way to pay that is also to, yeah. So you have to help a brother. And even in the book of Quran, it's stated that the Prophet alayhum salallah say that he can never go on he can never eat or go to bed with a full stomach when the neighbor is hungry. So the spirit of sharing, the spirit of caring for the people, that's the thing I experienced from this period of Ramadan because they all used to come together and eat. It was, but it wasn't only that time. They were coming together every day, and they eat together. And you'll never find that one of their brothers is hungry or one of their brothers has problems, and they're not there to help. So they have to help. So it taught me something different, the whole world. And Ramadan was amazing time. I came to understand that it's not only Muslim that should celebrate Ramadan, but everyone should celebrate Ramadan because it's the act of caring for one another as you pray and for the Allah to help you, for the God to help you. Understand? So I really loved the experience, and also another thing I loved about staying out is going to the streets. Yeah, going to the streets because I felt like, how am I gonna remember these places? How am I gonna remember? How am I gonna remember people who I met along my way? How am I going to have the memory of this place like I was once here? Like if I see someone, if I see a video and I tell someone, no, I know this place, how it's gonna happen? So you have to go out, even not even it's not all about looking for a job, but just going out and going to understand because most people the most funny thing I realized that people who don't go out, they listen to people who they listen to what people say and they come to perceive it like it's true. So like when I was still new, people told me that people are so racist in this particular country, and I asked them, racism, what's racism all about? Like because in our country we have something called tribalism, you understand? However much we are black in Kenya, in Africa, but you're still mistreated, someone still mistreats you. How comes? It's like someone will still mistreat you and you, so you start feeling like they don't like me, they want to give me this, they like I'm black. Yes, I'm black, and that's cool because I'm from Africa and I was born black. But you still feel like someone will mistreat you somewhere. Maybe people will mistreat you because of something you did bad to them. Or some people just not like you. No one will like you. Not all people will like you. So that's the kind of mentality you have to understand. So I ask them, how sure are you that these people they don't like you? What wrong did you do to them? So that's what made me start this YouTube channel. I never had intentions of starting a YouTube channel, you understand? Because I never had to do that because there was nothing interesting. But many people asked me these questions. So I wanted to show them that who will hate you if you are trying to promote love, you're trying to explore and really find out is really, do they really hate you? Because all the videos I made here, I never complained that someone hated me. Like someone called a white person called the police, like a white woman called the police on a black man walking on the neighborhood. No, man, it never happened. So I came to realize that, mm, like, people try to believe on what they have heard. Like, they have heard. Like, someone will tell you, like, you don't go to that particular shop, they will harass you. But go out, go to the shop. Some things happened. You understand? Most of these people they're ignorant because they have never interacted with black people a lot. Go to America, life will be normal. It's only police that will shoot a black man, but life will be normal in those other countries. You go to the shop, but one funny thing, you go to Russian shops, it, a watchman, they have a watchman who will just trying to follow you, but they will not follow you close. Someone will be like they will be like 10 meters away from you. So when you go to this side, you see them going this way. If you go this way, they go this way. So that you're trying, so they're trying to follow you. Maybe they think that, okay, from the movies they watch, they think like black people will will shoplift and run away with their things. But that one is crazy because is the mentality people have, and these people they have never been to this particular. They have never interacted with black people, and they don't know some anything to do with black. You understand? So the only movies they watch, that's what's give them that mentality, that notion. You understand? Another thing I enjoyed most, like the best experience I had was with Nigerians. Like let me tell you, it was Nigeria. The first experience I had was Nigerians because people who welcomed me, who will like I met my fellow Kenyans like just immediately before. Like I met Nigerians before meeting my fellow Kenyans. We lived like a family in like Kenya. Kenyan family, we lived together. It was cool. But the Nigerians were amazing because those people, I don't know how they were born, but it's just their natures from the girls, from the women, men, and even the fathers, their fathers who are like their elders who are around. One thing is they respected their elders so much, and they have to greet them. Like, in Kenya, people don't care who are you. They don't greet you. You understand? So they just come. Hey, how are you? How are you, sir? How was your day? How is school? And the same thing happened to me. They came to me. Hey, bro, how are you doing? How was your day? Have you eaten? Like I was asked 10 good questions before I even answered one. You understand? How is school? Have you gone for medical? How is your family? How is your mom? How is your dad? Like, do you have any problem? Did you go to bank? Do you have money? Do you have food? Did you do this? Did you do? They always ensure that you are on the good path, and life for you has to be okay. So I experienced this thing, and I came to realize that, man, you have to be good with people. And these Nigerians, they were amazing. So these are kind of the experience I had living in Kenya, in Russia, but meeting Nigerians. Another people who I met who were amazing, like people from Rwanda, people from Congo, and people from Angola, people from Iraq, people from there are many people from different countries: Zambia, Zimbabwe, Uganda, and apart from Uganda, I had also from Tanzania. And the amazing thing that my roommate was from Uganda, from Tanzania, and I get to learn some Swahili. I said to myself that no, in Kenya we don't speak Swahili. Like I used to call him. In Kenya, we translate that one to uncle. But that one was another vibe. People were kind. I don't know why people tend to be so good and kind and when they are outside. But when you come back, you feel another kind of hostility. Like, how is it? Like, the environment you had was just perfect one. Is it that, like, someone will tell you that don't avoid Nigerian people, they are scammers. Who will scam you? Okay, if you accept to be scammed, you will be scammed because you have to be careful with your life too. And that's one thing you have to know. And also, people I met other people from this country, this country, Afghanistan. Bro, I want to tell you, I never lacked something. I never lacked people to talk to. My friend from Kurdistan, Ahmed and Zakaria, Hisham, Mustafa. Man, these people, they were amazing. You understand? And I had also friends from Congo. These Congo people, they cook nice food. Leave alone women, men, they cook. But I retired from cooking, and I never had time to cook again because I used to go out, and I went there when I was like teen boy, but when I left, it was crazy. So it was crazy. So that's the kind of experience I had living in these countries. Life has to be cool, but you also find people with different mentalities, and people who gives you power, people who gives you energy, and that's the best memories. Other memories was traveling in Russia. Like, you live in Russia, but you need to travel. You need to explore. Like, I went to Samara, I went to Moscow, I went to St. Petersburg, I went to Karelia, I went to the villages. Like, That's what gives life. Like, someone asks you, how was life in Russia? If I tell you life in Russia was bad, then get to know that I experienced bad things. And I can tell you that it was amazing because you get to board a plane. And one funny thing is that boarding a plane in Russia is way more cheaper than even boarding a bus in Kenya. Yeah, it's something. It's something. If I have 1,500 rubles, I will get a plane from Moscow to St. Petersburg. Direct. 1.5 hour flight. 1 hour flight to St. Petersburg. To Karelia. You know Karelia? The far end, just a place near to, a place next to this Finland. You go. You experience this. You go to the Siberia, the northern part of Russia. You go to the far east, next to Japan. You go come down here. You come to these other cities next to Kazakhstan, next to Armenia, and it's kind of amazing that if you take your time to explore these things, then it's even cheap because the restaurants, so the place where you will sleep, the hostels are cheap. They are readily available, and also the people you meet, people are just like, bro, where are you from? Like, it took me 5 minutes to get an hotel in a city I knew nothing about. I just alighted from the train and I was there looking for where this McDonald's is. I went to McDonald's, bought some cheeseburger. I ate, and after that I was stranded. I don't know where to stay. And I went to this place. I met people in the street. Hey man, how are you? You speak English? That was my pickup line. Anybody, anyone. If before I start a conversation, like, do you know English? Do you speak English? That point means a lot to many people in Russia and Russians. Like, most of them are getting to study the languages. Most of them are studying these languages. You understand? So the moment they're studying these languages, they feel like it's important to find someone to talk to. And that's how I got friends. My friend, my friend Dima, Sergey, his name is Sergey. That's how I found new friends. Sergey, Christina, Nastya, Natalia, Dima, Sergey. Like, I got so many friends like that. And they always call me and say, man, where are you? So it's how you take it and how you feel like, I want to go out, I want to meet new people, I want to do this shit. That, don't be afraid. No one will kill you when you're black. You remember the day I spent 24 good hours in a street? I never had a place to sleep. But Russians, they came to me and said, you can't sleep in the street. Come to our house, we'll give you a place to sleep. Like, from nowhere, and someone gave you place to sleep and you slept as if you never know where to go. And I slept. I didn't know them. From the first time I interacted with them, so it's always some kind of good feelings when you get somewhere. And in Moscow, nowadays, if you happen to go to Moscow, then just call me. I will give you a place to sleep. That, like, this is direct contact. Book you a place to sleep. Very nice place. It's a cheaper cost, and you sleep, you cook, you stay, and you enjoy your being somewhere. So these things really opened a way. Like, you have to know, like, when you travel somewhere, you find that it's not difficult because the structure of these cities are almost the same. So because they have the main street, then they have other streets. So from there you can join and join and join. And with the train, with Uber, with taxi, you'll never get lost. So it's easier, and it really makes life so easier. And the only thing, you have to be careful of scammers, because at the moment things are not okay. I think due to this war, and and other people thinks that no, these things cannot happen, and they always want you to be in the wrong side. And also be careful with people who just give you something. Someone should not give you something to drop somewhere. Let them themselves, because most people are in prison. Most of foreigners or African people are in prison. Just that someone came and gave them a parcel. Just, if you go to this next place, please drop these things to me there. You reach to that place, you find that you are carrying cocaine. They say they say medicine, but it's cocaine. So you're gonna be set up. You understand? So be careful. Whoever you interact with, in who don't believe anyone. Let no one give you something that carry this and drop it somewhere for me. I almost got into that case because I was traveling from the sea going back to the city in Krasnodar. A lady that my host gave me a parcel and said that if you get to Krasnodar, just carry this parcel. There's a person who will come to pick this parcel from you. I never knew what was in the parcel, but when later on, when I was about to check in to the bus station, she took it back and said, I don't want to risk your life. Then I asked her what was inside. He said, the bang, marijuana was inside. Bro, that is 7 good years in Russian prison. And maybe because you're black, then you'll be taken to, like, there's a famous Russian prison. So in Russia, there's no death sentence. The only thing that will happen to you, you'll be jailed for life without parole. It doesn't matter. So to be on the good part of life, let no one, don't trust anyone. Even your friends, don't trust anyone. You ask them, you tell them, hey, drop this for me, carry this bag for me. I'll pick it back from you. Open the bag, check it. Because at any moment, police will stop you and they'll ask you to check your bag. I was just coming from Moscow, and I had my ticket still, like, and the police stopped me and asked me, hey, what are you doing here? I asked them, I live here. And they did believe me. So they told me to empty my bag. I emptied everything, and they asked me funny question like, what makes you happy then? If you don't smoke, you don't drink, you don't do drugs, what keeps you happy? I told them, bro, I showed them music. It's only music that keeps us happy. We black. So it's a rap music. I showed them rap music and they passed it. Like, that's what will make you be a valuable person in Russia. Once you get into prison, that's all. There's a lady who is in prison now, almost now 4 years. She's in prison. She has 3 more years remaining. She went to study medicine. You understand? She studied medicine. She was a medical student. And bad luck, she was using these drugs. And I think she was set up because when she was, so she was intercepted by police. And that's how her life turned upside down. So she's in prison now because this these simple things we are trying to tell you, someone is trying to tell you that don't trust anyone. You land yourself in prison. Or you can give them money because police also take money. So they leave you. But there are some serious cases. Because they are also these police, they also want to work and please their bosses. So when they please their bosses, that they have brought someone in. You understand? That's when they get a promotion and they leave that kind of assignment. So be careful. Don't trust anyone. That it's like I don't I don't trust anyone. Like, I have to go. When I have to go, I go. If you don't want to help me, don't do that. If you want to help me, because in this case, when you get yourself into a problem, no one will come close to you. And also, you have to find a lawyer. Find a lawyer that's so expensive because the lawyer will not take rubles. However, a lawyer will work according. Yeah. So yeah. So a lawyer will extort money from you because at the end of the day, he's the only person who can fight for you until you are maybe the years are reduced, but you'll have to serve the sentence. And it's crazy. But things to do with the drugs, even someone framed you, if it was a friend, someone framed you, they'll have to test your blood. If they find traces of drugs in your blood, you're going to prison, direct prison. You go to YouTube and check life in Russian prisons, and you will find how you will see how life looks like there. And more to make it once that you are a foreigner, you're black. Okay, you will get friends, but it will be something else. But I just want to tell you that don't believe someone, don't trust anyone. Other things that you should not be doing, that don't go out without carrying your passport. That's really important because you are it's not you're in a country. Here I even travel from here to Nairobi. I don't even carry my ID. Maybe it's in the bag, but I don't use it. No one stops me, asks me anything. And in there, it's tough. The other thing you have to know is you have to know Russian language. That's the language people will understand. You understand? If you're in a problem, if someone brings head on you, like want to try to bully you or want to try to harass you, one thing Russians like when they're trying to be aggressive, they're aggressive in nature. And more so if you find people who drinks a lot, they tend to be aggressive in nature. So the moment they become aggressive, bro, don't go down. Just be aggressive too, because it's mouth to mouth, not even fight. Don't fight. Just do it mouth to mouth. They will come. They will understand that this person is a no-go zone, bro. Gonna gonna do shit to them. You understand? So I always appreciate people who I meet and people who try to show you what is good, like what you're supposed to do, what you're not supposed to do, because people few cares, but those who cares don't lose them. Don't lose your friends. Don't be too greedy. You understand? Don't eat a lot. Just eat, but if you have something, don't eat alone. Eat with friends. If you find a job somewhere, call your friends. If someone is struggling financially, be there for them because who knows tomorrow? Money is not all. So I learned a lot of things, you understand? And also another thing is when you are stopped by Russian police, don't panic because the moment you panic, then you're done. The police, like, you don't even have there's no mistake. There's no offense you committed, but the guy will still come to you. You know, like they're just some hungry police. They just want to get some money from you. So the moment you have the confidence, the only confidence comes when you understand the Russian language. Learn that language. It's really important. Like my first 4 months in Russia was crazy. I hated going to that place. I could not communicate with anyone. I couldn't have money, you understand? I was broke. The only thing I had money was my money. The money I had was for food, you understand? I can't go out with my friends because you have to split bills. That's why I don't like splitting bills. If we go out together with you, if I decide to pay, I will pay. That's why I don't like splitting bills, even with fellow men. If I have less money, then you can top up if you have some. But if you don't have, let it be. Let's go out, let me buy you coffee. Whether you have money or you don't have, it's kind of thing that made me not to go out because you go out and you eat, you're supposed to split bills. Then the person who paid all tell you that you owe me some money. You see, it's kind of an embarrassment. Next time you will not go out. You see, next time you will not go out, and you feel like if I go out, I don't have nothing to contribute, have no contribution here. So you feel like every time you feel like, what should I be doing? Because I don't have money, and you feel like I won't contribute anything, and you'll be a burden to people, yeah? So that's the thing I experienced. So if you go out with someone, don't ask them to split the bills. It's kind of crazy. It doesn't make you a human being. You understand? So you go out. So you go out with someone, pay for the bill. Yeah, it doesn't matter, even these women, but look out for the women you're going out with. You know, if you go out with an African lady, they will not they will not demand a lot. And also, you know what kind of person you're going out with. But also check if your bill is okay. Okay, don't spend that money. Don't spend too much money eating outside and whatever. It's kind of crazy. But if you go out with the fellow man, maybe you call that person. Let's say, okay, let's meet somewhere. Don't ask that man to pay you for a bill. You pay all the money. That's the best thing to do. Pay, pay, pay for that bill. Understand? Pay for the bill. That's the most important thing. Pay for the bill, because maybe if a friend said, "Hey, Lovia, I want to meet you." Yes, okay. From that tone, you hear my tone, like, "Hey, Chris, I want to meet you. Can I see you today in the evening?" If you decide to buy coffee that you will drink, all of you, and buy everything. You understand? Don't leave the guy to buy. That's the best part of it. You understand? So I learned, like, I have to treat my juniors as my brothers and as my equals too, because I never had a chance to go out until I was like 2 years, when I could go out and in construction, work, make money, buy t-shirt for myself, buy a jumper, buy shoes. Like, it was very tough. And also, what makes people get into this kind of rogue behaviors, like, they wanna they always wanna look cool, but they don't have enough money to support themselves. So what will they do? They will try to look for easy way to get money, and those easy way to get money are really bad when you're in a foreign country, more so a country like Russia. Next video, I will show you how the Russian prison looks like. Like, I will make a review video of how the prison looks like. And that place, if you get into that place, if you get to that place, you'll never leave your home. I've met people who are in prison, like, they were in Russian prison. They have given their testimony, their confession. Those people, they never leave home. Leave alone going to a city in their country. They will never leave their houses, because the trauma will take many years to fade away from your mind. So the most important thing is, find something to do. Always find something to do. Just find a job. Find a job, because that's the only thing that helped me living in that particular place. It was crazy. I didn't want to live there anymore. Like, when I was in my second year, life was tough. When I was studying, like, you have to, like, you know how engineering is so costly. You have to buy many things. You have to buy this, buy this. At that time, you're also looking for a job. Like, it was so demanding. Like, I always believe that life is just a process. It takes, you don't have to hurry. So people who tend to live a certain life that they cannot afford, now they start looking for the easier way to get money. You will get that, but that one will lead you into prison, because in the process, when the deal when the deal doesn't get to where it was supposed to get, then they'll come looking for you. Because I have I know someone, is a Kenyan. The person, his brother committed a crime, did something, became a snitch, yeah, betrayed a group of people. The guy sought an asylum and was taken to Canada. When his brother came to Russia, things turned sour. They like they framed the brother. And do you know how it was framed? Like he was sent to like a black girl was sent to her, and in the process they accused him of rape, like rape. You know rape how it looks like in Russia, rape, bro. Don't ever try that. So his brothers escaped, but he remained in the. He now died in his brother's scenes. So don't crisscross the Russians mafia or people who give you a deal and you never tried and you didn't meet that thing. Don't ever try that shit. Just go your ways. If you don't wanna, if you can't make money in the right way, there's so many ways you can make money. So one of the ways, you find a job. There's so many kind of jobs. You go to hh.ru, find a job there. There's a job. Go to the streets, go to the construction sites. They will give you a job. They say, bro, like they love having black and also practicing English. Like he was speaking broken English. Like he was just lively. And you know, black people, they're never they're never sad. Life will always be good with them. So that's how life changed. You have to find something to do because we were raised, we black people, the black community, the foreigners in Russia, they're always working hard. They're the people who are pushing the Russian system to go on. Like they work hard. If you find Armenians, they are working hard. Tajik people, they're working hard. You understand? Like I try to tell people this, but people find it so crazy and funny because it's they feel like it doesn't make sense. Another shit that you shouldn't try. Understand? Another shit that you should not try while living in Russia is dating a woman that you don't know her age. They're minor. Like I made a video like it was 3 years ago. Those kids, they were just 14 years old, but they looked so big. You understand? Don't try to date them. Don't even try to get their numbers. When you see a girl, a beautiful girl, and you really want to approach the girl and ask her, okay, how old are you? Try to know their age. Before you smash, try to know their age. But if you just go like that, bro, you are dead. Someone say, you are dead. Yani umekufa. You are dead. If someone will tell you you are dead. When you do that, bro, just look for a place to bury yourself because the law will come for you. Like you will not be deported. You'll be taken to prison. When you are taken to prison, you find people who did murder there, bro. They will deal with you like 7 good years because that's called defilement. Defilement is something serious. Don't even try. Even in Kenya, it's something serious. If whether you agreed or not, it's something serious. You look for a girl, just look. Okay, go for these women who are divorced. Yeah, there's so many divorced women in Russia. Um, go to women like these women. Do they taste like local kienyeji? Bro, they're even there. They are real kienyeji. They don't even know what to do with their lives. Like them, they've never accessed anything. They just went to school, and they're fresh in the city. You understand? They're just kienyeji. You understand? These women, they're just kienyeji. But you find that most of them will be kienyeji because they have never been to the city, and they were raised up in the villages, and in the villages, they have internet, but they don't have that exposure. You understand? And that's what happens in the villages. They have boyfriends. Maybe they left the villages with boyfriends there. When they come to the city, they find the real life. You find the African mafia boy, man. They give them money. Yeah, money. They break up with the boyfriend back home. They come to you, say, I only love black men. They say, I only love black men. You understand? And there's some just kind of women who like, they only love black men. I don't know what happened. And once they taste a black man, bro, no, no one, they don't want anything. They break up with you, they find another Tieno. You know, those are the, and there's some people who are totally tired with the Russian men, so they don't want them anymore. It's like that's the that's the spirit. I don't know what they really love in black men, but we black men, we conquer, and that, that one even gives us problems with the few black women around, because they will feel that we don't want to date them, and dating them, dating black women in when you are in a place with so many black or so many white women is something interesting. You understand? So you just be loyal. Black men the black women want you to be loyal. White women, they don't care whether you are loyal or not. As long as you can smash them, say, bro, you are the only thing. They will even buy you clothes, buy you shoes, and like some of them will just decide, I want to take a loan and give you money, bro. Some of them will run crazy. I don't know. I don't understand. Like, how can someone, a woman, take a loan, buy a car, and give a boyfriend because they just love them? You understand? And you know what happens when the relationship stops? The relationship stops. Then that's now come a point where this broken car will be repossessed or it will be sold at a cheaper price. Then she takes all the money to the bank to pay, because in Russia it's easy to have a loan. I want to buy a car, I want to buy a computer, I want to buy a house. It's cheap, it's easier, because I go to the bank and take loan. I don't even need to go to the bank. I just go to this shop and they give you something on credit. You see? So you take it and buy. Sometimes that's why you find most of them are so depressed, because they're working the whole of their lives to pay for the house, to pay the loans, the house loans, the car loans, and like that. But I love that some, when they love you, they are loyal. But when you start misbehaving, bro, your black woman will take you back. But for them, they will run away. They will run away. But once they run away, because they know that you are black, they will find another black. Maybe they will start black from Nigeria, black from Kenya. They don't know the difference. They just know this one. Oh, Afro American.